Welcome back to another video. New location, new setup. I thought I'd speak to on the mic this morning. Reaching over to my breadcrumbs and seed for the birds, I have again been stung by a wasp. Second time this week. The wasps this year seem to be very volatile and angry towards anything and anybody. So yeah, second time this week. I'm used to it. Now, what I brought is, I brought my book on poachers. Love to read that in the country, and I love to read of the bygone age of the old poaching era. Also got my camera ready for the deer when they appear in the field. They can never get enough footage. Yeah, so I thought we'd have a little poaching tale today. Not one from the book, but one from real life experiences that I have had on the river. Yeah, now I don't know if a lot of you know, but salmon poachers, the real die-hard salmon poachers, use monofilament nets made of monofilament, and it's the most deadly substance for wildlife and obviously salmon and fish. But yeah, we used to allocate certain days to go out and search for these nets that had been planked by the poachers, either on the previous night before they go poaching or permanently planted, just for easy access, so that they're not caught going to the river with a net in their rucksack or whatever. So the easiest thing for a poacher to do is to plank their nets on each and every different piece of a favourite netting spot of their river or rivers. Poachers had many different rivers to poach. They didn't just do their own local river. They would sometimes use their car or their bicycle or whatever and just go into the neighbouring county to poach. The grass is always greener on the other side, as they would say. But anyway, back to my poaching stories. Now, as I said, we used to allocate a certain day of the week to go and look for these nets, get them off the river and whatever. Prevention was better than cure, as we would say. So we used to go out and we used to get bundles and bundles of these nets, and we used to deliberately burn them at the side of the road where we knew that the poachers would venture, and they would see the remnants of their nets that had been burnt, so they knew that we had and we are about looking for them. And it was futile for them to venture in their deadly pursuits, as they would say, like a cat and mouse game it was. But it also gave us great exercise and information, intelligence gathering, whatever. But on one occasion, I was searching along the banks with other bailiffs, and the patrol used to have, as you obviously know, our river's got two banks, so we had to have two teams, usually a set of 3 on each bank for each team, altogether 6. And yeah, going along, and what they used to do was, for quickness, they used to just, especially in the summertime, in the long grass and the hay and whatever, they used to just make a little hole, because you could bundle a net up into a small ball with the corks and everything, and yeah, they used to shove it into the grass, cover it over, that's quickness, and they'd have a marker like a tree or something, or they'd put a stick or something in so that they would know exactly where to get it, especially in the nighttime darkness. But yeah, this one occasion I went along and I was kicking the grass for these nets in the grass, and I came across a bundle. But lo and behold, to me, now this is the danger. Well, this is the tragedy of illegal nets, not just the illegal monofilament nets, which was cruel to capture fish in this net. They were against the law anyway, but also getting this net, and lo and behold, inside this net, up to the neck, strangled, was a cormorant. Now these birds venture into the river system to search for their food, and the small fry and the small fish and whatever. And this poor bird, the cormorant, had been strangled to death and drowned. It actually got into the holes of the net and it got entangled. So you see, it's not just the fish that they kill, it's the wildlife as well. And on another occasion, we came across an otter. An otter had done the exact same, went through the net and it could not escape and hit drowned as well. So these lethal implements, the monofilament nets, are lethal to not just the fish but to wildlife as well. But the unfortunate thing is, this goes on, and it goes on today as well. But I thought I'd share that little bit of story to you. So we took photographs of it as evidence, whatever, handed it in to the police as it was. We didn't burn that one. We wanted to make a record of how much damage these poachers were doing to the environment, not just to the fish, but also to the surrounding wildlife, whatever. So it's all species of birds, all birds that venture into the swans, ducks, anything. And we've came across loads of different sites like that. But yeah, going back to about them planking their nets and whatever as well. They used to also plank them up in the tops of trees and whatever. As you can see, there's plenty of hiding places to plank nets in trees, so you don't just look into the grass and the bushes, whatever. And another thing as well, they used to dig a hole, put a board across it, cover it with all sticks and hay and whatever. You're walking by, you would never know that there was a hole there with a net in it. So you had to be on your toes, you had to be savvied up and think where they would hide these nets. Obviously, we searched the banks high and low, didn't come across them, but we knew that there'd be a net or 2 or 3 nets somewhere hidden that we had just missed. But yeah, that was the fun of it as well. But as you can see, there's a lot more involved to just going out and catching poachers, whatever. You've got all these different scenarios to think of as well. But yeah, that was a nice day I had yesterday. What I've done is, going off the subject, what I've done is the video I made yesterday of me going up and searching across from Heathfield to look for that winter shelter, so that I'd have somewhere to go if it's raining or it's snowing or something, just a cover over the top, sides on it and whatever, and I can sit inside and do different things. But yeah, what I've done this morning is I've ordered a camouflage tarp. I thought it'd be here for the weekend, but it said on the 12th or the 14th of August. That's Amazon as well. So much for the next day deliveries, but excuse me. Yeah, I've ordered a camouflage tarp and that should be here on the 12th. So we'll do that video around about that time when it arrives. It only cost me about £7.15 or something like that. So we'll see what size it's likes when it comes. I've got maybe I think it says a medium size one. So yeah, that should be a fun video. Going out and building that shelter, and you've seen yourself with the video, plenty of logs about to build the sides up and whatever. So that'll be a good day out and a good video. So yeah. But yeah, I will probably get back to this book with you, and I'll read another story from Country Tales of Old Poachers, compiled by John Humphreys, an old poacher there in the front. But I love these books. There's quite a few more that I'm going to get off the internet. But yeah. Anyway, I hope this will be a nice short video for you, and I hope that wee bit of information just gives you a little bit gen up on what happens in the going after poachers and the bailiffing side of things. Yeah, those are the days. Now, I'll catch you in the next one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this sting attended to with the Savon with my first aid kit, and go about, and I'm going to be seeing if I can film some wildlife. So catch you in the next one. Bye bye.